Did you ever wonder how much people actually make on YouTube? Well, after making $1,000 here, maybe $3,000 there, and last year, well over 6 figures, today I'm going to let you know in this video how much money I made on YouTube last year. Now, I struggled in actually doing this video. I actually said, do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? But then I remembered something. When I was starting off with YouTube, I was inspired by all the different creators that were sharing how much money they were making as a result of staying consistent and showing up every day to do YouTube. And I'm like, if they can do it, maybe I could. So then I thought, well, why not share my results with you to pass that inspiration forward? And that's exactly what we're doing in today's video because, I'm just an average everyday guy and I want to help inspire you get the results that you deserve and live your ultimate sweet life. So before I share my overall income from this past year, it's important to talk about what we've done in the past because I've been on YouTube for a long period of time. A lot of people think that YouTube is an overnight success, that all of a sudden these creators are coming out of the woodwork and they're making thousands of dollars. Some people do, but if you're the average everyday person, it might be a little bit of a struggle, and it was for me. I've been on YouTube for 10 years. I actually started my YouTube channel in 2011 and started posting consistently in 2013. This channel actually started a little bit different than it is today. It actually started as a fitness channel, but not only just a fitness channel, it was a fitness channel specifically made to talk about products within the Beachbody organization, P90X, Insanity, and things like that. So really the idea behind the channel was I was doing some product reviews in the hope that would transition people over to buy programs. In 2020, I decided, there's something I'm a little bit more passionate about. And I'm very, very passionate about personal finance. So I thought, why don't I actually become a YouTuber? Instead of just being like this product guy on YouTube, I'm actually gonna become a YouTuber and help people with their personal finance right here on YouTube. So September 2020, I totally pivoted the channel away from fitness with the focus of personal finance. Right now, here we are at 118,000 subscribers as of the recording of this video. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you and this amazing community. But you look back here, it's like June 11th, 2012, and I had 4 total subscribers. Let's be honest, 2 of those were probably other channels that I owned subscribing to myself. Comment down below if you're a YouTuber who has done that. We all have. As we flash forward, here we are in 2015, and I was super excited. I had 3,178 subscribers. But look ahead here for a second. Look at this graph way up here. In 2021, you can see a sudden spike up and another sudden spike up to where we are today. Well, and I think it has to do with what I'm gonna share with you in today's video about how to actually do the right things when it comes down to YouTube so that you can actually see this kind of growth instead of this long, boring graph that I was dealing with between 2012 and 2020 before I pivoted the channel. So let's start right back there. So in 2014, right here we are, you can see that my top content was things like P90X versus Insanity, P90X3, Shakeology, stuff like that. And you could see the total revenue at that period in 2014, all of 2014 was $1,191.92. Certainly not something to leave your job and do this full time because the ad rates were not as high because I was only talking about programs and products that I was trying to get people to ultimately go over to the website and buy, right? So if we go over here to the estimated revenue, look at what has actually happened. I didn't actually turn on monetization until August of 2014. Now, the reason I didn't turn on monetization was actually because I had it shut off by my own desire. Now, back in those days, you actually didn't need to have 1,000 subscribers as a minimum and 4,000 hours of watch time in order to get paid on YouTube. In fact, you were able to get monetized almost right outside the gate. But I decided to shut it off because I didn't want people to actually be annoyed by the ads on my videos. But then I thought, well, what if I just turn it on and we'll see how it goes? Well, I didn't realize that as soon as I did that, I would make like $5 a day. There's a $7 every day. And I'm like, well, that's kind of fun. Look at that, $15 in one day. And I thought that's a kind of a fun way just to add some extra revenue into what I'm doing every day. But it got so much better as we moved on. Here we are in 2018 at $2,304. And then let's jump ahead to 2019. We hit apply and right here we are, $2,052. Total of 490,000 views in 2019. Again, this is all focused on the fitness channel. In 2020, you can see I had a total of 840,000 views, 4,500 hours of watch time, and 3,400 new subscribers. Now, you're gonna see a big bump up here, but back in these days, that was during the pandemic. Everybody was locked down, and it was kind of funny because people started referencing my old fitness videos because they were locked down and they were looking for some type of fitness program to start. But right around September, right about here, At the end of September, I decided to announce that I was pivoting the channel and focusing specifically on being an actual YouTuber. And you can see what has happened. Now, it took a little bit of time for my videos to catch on, but then right around the end of 2020, I started getting more views. As a result, I also started getting more money. Look at the difference here. So in 2020, made a total of $10,259. Starting out, back here, I was making like $18, $20, which was actually kind of good every single day. But then at the end of the year, look what happens. I start making $62 a day, all the way up to $100 a day. Look at that, $142. I'll tell you, when I started this, I'm like, oh my God, I just made $142 in one day. This is actually possible. Oh my gosh. But I will tell you the honest truth. And the honest truth is this was frustrating. It was consistently frustrating because I had to stick to a plan. I still got a full-time job. I got a family to watch after. So I had to sit here and say, okay, I have to stick to being consistent with uploading new content every day that my audience actually wants to watch. And that is tip number one for you if you're an aspiring YouTuber. Don't just put out videos that you think are gonna be cool. Put out videos that actually are being searched for. Well, how do you know what videos are actually being searched for? Well, there's a couple things I've done. First of all, I looked around at what some of the other finance YouTubers were doing. Let's say you're passionate about fitness and you're actually gonna help people with fitness and not just promote programs like I was doing. Well, look around what other fitness YouTubers are doing. Try to duplicate some of their success to start off. At that point, you'll start getting some views and your audience will let you know what they wanna watch next. Look at the comments, see what they're saying, see what they're watching, and duplicate that success. But you gotta do it consistently. And that can be very hard. If you got a full-time job, you got a lot of different responsibilities, you gotta decide to commit to say, I'm going to do this at a minimum of 2, 3, 4 times a week, whatever that needs to be, so that I can start building my YouTube audience. Another great thing that you can use is using a tool like vidIQ. Now, vidIQ is not sponsoring this video at all, but I do have an affiliate link in the description below. What I've used since I started this in 2020 is vidIQ. I can search for certain keywords or certain topics that I'm maybe thinking about doing from a video perspective. vidIQ will break down all the data about how many average searches per month happen on YouTube, as well as what the interest score would be based on the video topic that you're looking at doing. This gives you additional data, and on top of that, it helps you ensure that you're titling your video correctly, that you're adding the right type of tags in it, and that you're putting the right type of stuff in your description. If you're a YouTuber and you're not using a tool like vidIQ, check it out. I'll include a link down in the description below. Now, YouTube is very spotty. You can see right here, it shows like I did some videos here and there, but this data isn't always accurate. So I actually started tracking it myself within Excel. I was also not being consistent. Look at this. In January of 2017, I only did one video, followed up by absolutely no videos from February to June. Then I did 5 in July and August, and then 1 in September and October. That is extremely inconsistent. So of course, people are gonna start to forget about you. Look at this, 10 videos in January, 7 in February, 8 in March, 10 in April, 14 in May, consistency, consistency, consistency. You gotta keep paying it forward and doing what your audience is expecting. And then the moment you're all waiting for. What does 2021 bring? Well, things changed significantly in 2021, and it was absolutely amazing. With all the work and all the sacrifice and all the frustration, let me be honest with you, how many times my camera shut off in the middle of me how much my audio shut off in the middle of me doing something, how many times my computer started acting up in the middle of trying to edit a video. These are the frustrations that you may see, but you gotta power through them. And trust me, there's gonna be days you don't want to. There has been days I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm absolutely insane because I have so much going on in my life on top of my YouTube career. This is absolutely insane. Why am I doing this? But it paid off. And let's look behind the curtain to see what that looks like. So in 2021, got a total of 4.4 million views, highly targeted finance content. I did a total of 142 videos in 2021, scattered out throughout the entire year. 439,000 hours of watch time, 83,000 subscribers added. Thank you and welcome to all of you. And the overall revenue from AdSense in 2021 was a total of $130,337. I'm not messing with you. I'll click on it. This isn't Photoshop. I'm actually behind the scenes recording my screen. So $130,000 earned. Again, a lot of sacrifice. This isn't easy money. A lot of people think it's easy money. Trust me, it's not. It's not easy money. My top content for what really helped generate that was really the investment side of things. You know, you had the investment apps. How do you use your debit card versus how do you use your credit card? Things like how do you use the Robinhood app? We talk about ETFs. We talk about stocks. Those are the type of things that made me the most money. At the end of the year, there was a big hype over certain things such as the investment apps, certain ETFs, and also cryptocurrency really blew up in October of 2021. I will say my cryptocurrency videos, especially Shiba Inu, that actually didn't make as much money as people think it did. What actually happened is I had such a foundation of all my investment videos that were pumping on top of the fact that I had the Shiba Inu content, and that really blew us up as far as the overall estimated revenue and views. But that's not everything. Because on top of the AdSense revenue of $130,000, I also did sponsorships and I did affiliates and things like that. And that stuff's really important to think about as well. Here's how this all tallied up. Now, I can't give you specifics because I want to maintain the private nature of these particular sponsorships and these affiliate revenues. But let's say, for example, you're going to talk about something. Well, if you're going to talk about something that involves a product, let's say you're going to talk about how to better clean your kitchen, and you find an incredible solution, some type of cleaning material to clean your kitchen. Well, why not go on something like Amazon, see if that cleaning material exists, and then use that as an affiliate link. That way you can say, hey, I'm gonna share some value with my audience about this particular cleaning product that I found. And by the way, if you're interested in buying a cleaning product, I have an affiliate link down in the description below. It's up to your viewer if they wanna click that link or not, but if they do, you earn a little bit of a kickback based on the value that you provided your audience. So let's break that down. So outside of the $130,000 that we just talked about on YouTube, here's the other breakdown. Total amount of sponsorships, total amount of affiliate revenue, and that overall equals a total of $260,836. Now, I gotta say, I am completely humbled by that. I'm blown away by that. I cannot believe that. Here's a guy that was trying to, for like 10 years, figure out how to make money online, right? I was doing the Beachbody thing. I had a YouTube channel. You saw I was only making about like, a couple $1,000s a year, a couple $100s a month. And, on top of that, I wasn't making a whole lot on the back end of promoting the products either. And I'm like, at the same time, I'm also not really that passionate about continuing to talk about products. I want to actually help people. And even if it's something that they get for free, like we talk about how to use your credit card the right way. Well, that I don't make money on. I just talk about the fact that here's how I use my credit card, and hopefully it inspires you, and hopefully it helps you to do it yourself. And that's all I do. I'm not trying to say you need to necessarily buy something off of me. I'm just saying, here's what I do. And then as a result, yeah, you're gonna make some AdSense revenue. Now, I took most of this money and I reinvested it, and I also paid down debt significantly. This has been a complete blessing, and that's what I used it for. So technically, I don't even have any of this money left over anymore, but that's kind of what's cool about these side hustles. If you really focus on the grind, if you're okay showing up every night after work, if you're okay doing it once the kids go to sleep, that consistency can pay off. It may take a long time. It may be extremely frustrating. I had to learn a ton of stuff. So I hope this video inspired you. I'll come back again at the end of this year and let you know how 2022 is going. But until then, I'll continue to show up every day and bring you great personal finance content for your everyday life. Hey, if you want to check out another cool video, right here it is. And we'll see you on the next video.